Corporate, corporate, corporate. The same old 9 to 5 routine. Get up, dress up, rush to the office, stare at a screen, attend meetings that could have been emails, and then somehow drag yourself back home. And in between all this, people call us corporate laborers, cubicle prisoners, mouse-clicking machines. But is this really all there is to corporate life? Hello friends, I am your friend David, and I welcome you to this brand new YouTube channel. A channel where we don't glorify or demonize, but just show things as they are. Today, I want to start with a simple question. Have you ever wondered what it truly feels like to be part of the corporate world? Not the filtered Instagram stories or LinkedIn brag posts, but the real stuff. The good, the bad, and the very exhausting. Let me take you back to my first day. Fresh formals, new shoes, overconfidence in full swing. I thought I'd change the company in 1 month. Fast forward 30 days later, I couldn't even change my lunch break timing. Yes, reality hit hard. The orientation session seemed like college part 2, icebreakers, HR introductions, PowerPoint overload. But once that was over, the real game began. You imagine working with high-performing teams, brainstorming like in movies, and getting rewarded quickly. But the truth? Sometimes it's politics, sometimes it's confusion, and most of the time, it's Excel sheets. You meet colleagues who inspire you, and others who think the office printer is their personal property. Deadlines come flying. Feedback loops never end. And somewhere in the middle, you ask yourself, is this really what I signed up for? But let me be honest, it's not all bad. The corporate world teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to handle pressure, people, and problems. You learn how to reply to emails like a diplomat, how to sit through 1-hour meetings and speak for 2 minutes. You learn adaptability. You grow. And then there are those 10-minute tea breaks, where random chats turn into friendships, where a colleague becomes a mentor, where shared frustration becomes team bonding. I've seen people cry in the washroom after appraisals. I've seen people celebrate when their project goes live. These moments, they're not on your resume, but they define your journey. And now, maybe you understand why parents stay focused on our career until we get successful. They've seen the stress, the long hours, the burnout. Corporate life gives you money, yes, but peace that you'll have to find yourself. That's why this channel exists. Not to complain, not to glorify, but to share, to help someone out there understand what it really feels like to live this life every single day. I've spent 3 years in corporate. I've seen highs, lows, and everything in between. And I've turned all of that into episodes, short, relatable, real. You'll get real stories from my journey, survival tips, office politics, decoded dealing with bad managers, burnout, and mental health growth mindset in the system. And yes, some memes too. So if you're already in corporate or about to start, this video is for you. So let's get started. Let's walk through the journey of one ordinary boy, someone who just wrapped up his graduation, full of dreams, plans, and a shiny new resume. No big campus placement, no elite connections, just hope, hustle, and a bunch of forwarded emails. Until one day, he hears the magical words, "Send me your resume, I'll refer you internally." That's it. One small referral, one small thread of hope. And from that moment, his corporate journey begins. From his first interview jitters, to entering the office for the very first time, to figuring out what circle back and deck even mean. In this video, we're going to follow his entire journey, the highs, the face palms, the awkward moments, and the big lessons. Because if you've just started your career, or you're about to, this story might just feel a little like your own. Ready? Let's dive in. You know that moment when your cousin's friend's uncle's colleague says, "I've shared your resume with HR, let's see," and suddenly you're hopeful. The waiting begins. Then one day, You have been shortlisted for the interview. Boom. Friends, where we talk about that exciting yet terrifying journey, from fresher referral to corporate reality. Not the LinkedIn filtered success stories, but the real stuff. Interviews, first days, awkward elevator silences, and that HR email that changes everything. Let's rewind the story from the beginning. It all starts with a message. Bro, do you know anyone in that company? Referrals are like movie trailers. They give you hope, but you still don't know how the full story will go. Sometimes they work, sometimes they ghost you harder than your last situationship. But when one clicks, you become the hero of your family WhatsApp group. Son got a job. But wait, it's just the interview call. Battle has just begun. Your first corporate interview as a fresher, formal shirt that's slightly too tight, one printed resume, just in case, and Google Chrome with 14 tabs open for last-minute prep. You practice lines like, I'm passionate about learning. I'm a team player. No, sir, I don't have any salary expectations. Somehow you survive. And then comes the email. We're happy to inform you. The big day arrives. You iron your clothes like you're going to the Oscars. You walk into the office like, I'm about to change this company. Spoiler, you don't even know where the washroom is yet. Orientation begins. HR introduces the company. They say, we're like a family. You meet 50 new people, forget 49 names instantly. You smile a lot, nod a lot, pretend to understand words like deliverables, KPIs, and circle back. By week 1, you're assigned your first project. You don't know the tools, or the passwords, or even the full form of SOP. You ask one colleague for help. They say, just raise a ticket. Raise a what now? Lunch breaks feel awkward. You sit with your tiffin in silence, hoping someone says, hey, join us. Spoiler, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You miss college, you miss Maggie, you miss chilling guilt-free. Soon, you enter full work mode. You learn how to copy-paste from old emails like a pro write. As discussed, in emails, you barely remember. Switch between Excel sheets faster than Netflix tabs during Zoom calls. You realize not every day is exciting. Some days are slow, some days are overwhelming, and some days, your only joy is free coffee. Corporate is not just about work, it's about people. You meet the mentor who genuinely helps, the chatterbox who knows everything and everyone's salary, the boss who says, let's catch up for 2 mins and takes 40, and the printer hogger who prints 300-page PDFs at 9:29 a.m. You learn to observe, to adjust, to protect your peace. You won't learn this in college. How to deal with passive-aggressive feedback, how to set boundaries without offending, how to stay calm when someone says, let's add one more point to the deck, and how to stay sane when your appraisals say, keep up the good work. You realize why people say it's not a 9 to 5, it's a mindset. You log off but keep checking emails. You feel tired on weekends. You wonder if it's normal. Spoiler, it is, but you have to learn to protect your energy. Take breaks, speak up, say no. Mental health is real, even if no one puts it in your KRAs. And that brings us here, this channel, this video, this conversation, to share what no HR manual teaches, to laugh at the chaos, to cry a little sometimes, but mostly to relate, because I've been that fresher, and I know what it feels like to smile outside while panicking inside. If this felt like your story, drop a comment. Tell me how your first day went, or how your referral turned out. And hey, subscribe for more episodes like this, because next time we're talking about surviving toxic managers, smart hacks to grow in your first year, and the silent war between Teams and Zoom. Hit the bell icon. I'll see you soon. Until then, don't just survive, learn, evolve, and sip your tea while it's hot, because in the corporate world, even breaks come with deadlines. Take care.